League One has been criticized many times in past couple of years. And even when Messi joined PSG, they said he joined the Farmers League. Not many people consider it a serious league, even though they are a top 5 European league, technically. But today we're going to put that to the test. As you can see here, we have a Premier League team in the French League. What I have done is I have gathered pretty much all the 4-star teams that are in FIFA. So as you can see here, Wolves are a 4-star team, and I have put them all in the same league with other 4-star French teams. For example, we have Strasbourg, who's also 4-star rated here. We have Stade Rennais FC, 4-star rated. You get the idea. There was only a little bit, I try to make it as fair as possible. There are only 2 teams that are kind of out of that 4-star, which is AG Auxerre. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm so sorry. I just put them in there. They're 3.5 star. There's no other French team that was 4 stars, so that's the one that's going to be the odd one out. And of course, we have Aston Villa, who are 4.5 stars. I'm going to put them in there just to kind of have that little flair in there to see, give the French teams a little bit more of a challenge to see, to really prove themselves. But every other team here is 4 stars, and we both have 10 teams from the Premier League and 10 teams from the French League. As you can see here, Brentford, we have Brighton, Crystal Palace, Everton, Fulham, Leeds, and then we have Nottingham Forest, and then we have Southampton, and then of course I showed you Wolves. And then from the French League, like I said, I'm just gonna call them AJ, AS Monaco. We have Lille, Multiplier, Nice, Olympique Lyonnais, and Marseille, and then RC Lens as well, and then Stade Rennais and Strasbourg. So all those teams are rated 4 stars, as you can see here. So we're gonna see if it is true, if the French League is really Farmers League. We're gonna put them against Premier League in the same league to see who comes out on top, who goes on the bottom, and who's in that mid-table, and we kind of see, give us a better idea to see if the French League is really the Farmers League. The way we're gonna do it is we're actually gonna take control of a random team, because I don't want to have any part of what's going on in this league. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll be taking over Barrow in the League 2 league, just like I said, just to have that outside look, to see no user bias towards any team, if we can take control of any team in the league that we're doing. But yeah, we're just gonna take control, and then we're gonna update and see exactly what happens here. Now we're gonna take a look. We're gonna take a look at least 2 or 3 seasons. We'll see, just because I want to see if the results are consistent, more like. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the experiment. Alrighty guys, and here we are. This is the full table of the League One Uber Eats modified league. We've got all the teams here. Let's see how they do. We're gonna go ahead and sim every couple months. I think we'll sim all the way till January, and then we'll sim all the way to the end of the season to see how it finishes. So let's go ahead and sim all the way to January to see how the first half of the season goes for the modified French League. Alrighty guys, it is the 1st of January, so that means we're about halfway through the season. Let's go ahead and check out the French modified league to see how it's going. I'm super curious to see what the results are so far. And let's take a look. Here we go. Who is in first place? Lyon is actually in first place, so they're doing pretty good. The French teams actually are doing pretty good, actually. I mean, it's a bit of a toss-up, to be honest. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, yeah, we've got about 8 teams in the mid-table, on the top half of the league, and then we got about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it's really, honestly, it really is pretty even. But there are more teams in the from the French league that are in the top half of the league. But looks like Lyon is leading the way. Wolves is in second. Aston Villa is in third, surprisingly, even though they're technically the better ranked squad, only by half a star. Where is even AJ Auxerre is doing pretty good, and they're 3.5 star rating, so that's not bad at all. Southampton and Brentford are now the 2, and Crystal Palace are all 3 Premier League teams going down. So far the French are proving to be pretty good, and maybe they're not going to be considered Farmers League, but we are only halfway through the season. What matters now is the second half, and we'll see how that goes. We're gonna go ahead and sim to the next part, to the last half of the season, to the end of the season, to see what the results are of our French modified league. Alrighty, guys, we are through to the end of the season, of the first season we're simming this. Let's take a look at our results. Did a French team win the league, or did a Premier League end up coming on top? Let's see. Let's check it out here. We go to the League One, Uber Eats, and Lyon actually do clinch the title, and they do end up winning it. It looks pretty unchanged. Actually, there's a little more Premier League teams that sneaked in there in the top. But it looks like Lyon ended up winning the league right there with 80 points, 5 ahead of Wolves. But Wolves and Aston Villa did go to second and third, and then Marseille ended up in fourth, Monaco in fifth, and then I mean the whole top 7 was pretty much all French teams except for 2 Premier League teams there. But wow. And then let's see who gets relegated here. Southampton, Brentford, AJ and Multiplier actually get relegated. Now, unfortunately, for if we want to keep simming, Brentford and Southampton are going to be knocked out, so that kind of gives an edge to French teams in a way. But there will be weaker teams. So, are League One Farmers League or not? According to FIFA, they are not. They're pretty good. But wow. And just for fun, I do want to look at the Premier League, which is all the other teams I did swap out. Let's see how the other teams did in there. Obviously, the French teams that I put in there were all really bad. So yeah, like they're all on the bottom. I mean, they had no chance because we had all the big teams there pretty much. Chelsea ended up winning. And Man United, Man City, Liverpool. Surprisingly, PSG, which is top team in League One, went in 5th place. So there may be some question marks there about, you know, maybe we could potentially do another video which we could try to put all the top rated teams in one league from both teams, or from both leagues at least. It's a little bit hard because I think the Premier League has more higher rated teams, which shows their dominance. To be honest, it does show that they are a better league, but you do not want to underestimate the French league because they're not a bad league at all. They're not a bad league at all. There it is, guys. We're gonna go ahead and sim one more season just to see if it's sort of consistent. I want to see pretty much what happens after maybe they get some more transfers in. Let's see who spends on money. It seems like the Premier League teams do have a little bit more money to spend, which probably will give them a little bit edge, but you never know. You never know. So we're gonna go ahead and let's go into the next season to see what happens. Alrighty, guys, so as we can see here, our new season, the second season, this will probably be the only season we'll ever will do. The last one we'll do. I just want to see, just to see kind of what happens in the second season, to see if the results are a little bit consistent, because you know it could be a one-year fluke where the French teams just did really good. But as you know, a lot of there's 2 Premier League teams that got relegated, so unfortunately we can't really do much about that. So we're just gonna have more French teams, but I still would like to see how they rack up against the Premier League teams. So here we go. Let's go ahead and sim to the half of the season and see what happens in our French modified league. Alrighty, guys, the first half of the second season has come, and let's see where our League One modified league is going at right now. Let's see. It looks like another French team is still on top. They're tied actually with Aston Villa. Stade Rennais FC 40 points, with Aston Villa 40 points as well. Looks like the Premier League teams are doing a little bit better than last season. Looks like Lyon is struggling a bit on defending their title, but yeah, it looks like, I mean, a lot of we got 4 French team in the bottom there, so the Premier League teams have stepped it up a little bit. We got Leeds back in the 4th place spot and Fulham in 5th place, so we do have a little bit more Premier League teams in the top half this time. So let's see if the French league teams can pick it up a bit and finish the season strong. Here we go, guys. We're gonna go ahead and sim to the end of the season to see what happens. Alrighty, guys, the second season has come to an end. Let's see the results of our experiment here. First, let's check out the Premier League just to see what happened in this second season. So it looks like, again, domination. PSG they're just not doing that good right there, I guess. 5th place, 73 points. I mean, it just proves kind of the way that how the big teams in the Premier League are really good. But Man U win that one. I think they were in 2nd last time, so Chelsea couldn't defend the title. And of course, all of the French teams. We did have 2 championship teams that did come up, and they actually got relegated back down. Preston and Watford, and then Stade Brestois 29. Sorry if I butchered that. I'm very sorry. Got relegated there. I think it was Burnley. Yeah, Burnley was the one that came up, and they actually did survive, so not bad. But here we go. Let's check out our League One modified league to see who won. And Marseille come out on top, and Lyon actually came back and they got second place. Wow. It looks like the French teams, they finished a little bit better. I think there was more Premier League teams in the top half, but now it's kind of a mix. There's let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 about 6 teams, and then there is, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6, yeah, like around, that's pretty even. Honestly, it is pretty even. But there you go. Actually, Saint Etienne, it was actually the team that came up, and they actually did survive. It looks like RC Lens was the team that stayed, and they actually get relegated along with Paris FC, FC Metz, and Dijon. But there you guys have it. Let me know in the comments down below, are League One teams Farmer League teams? They did pretty good against Premier League teams here in FIFA, and that's not too bad at all. They did pretty good. I mean, Nice, Strasbourg, all did pretty well. Stade Rennais, Monaco. I mean, there's only one team there that's going to the one Premier League team that's going to some Europe this next season. All the other teams are French teams that are going to Europe, and 2 French teams won the league. But there you guys have it. The French League. Are they Farmers League? Are they not? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this experiment. It's just a little quick fun experiment. I got a lot of different experiment ideas to do out there. So definitely be sure to watch out for that. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this FIFA 23 experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you are new, hit that bell notifications to get reminded when my videos go live. And that's all I gotta say for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.